Hey, hey, what up, dudes? It's the day after my appointment. Curious as to what you guys were mostly thinking. But anyway, let me start off by letting everybody know about the events that led up to this pain. I had recently started back at Gold's Gym. I got on that ab crunch machine where you have your hands here and you crunch down. At the same time you crunch down, your knees lift up, and so your elbows and your knees meet each other. You got like 2-axis machine there. That kind of thing going on. And I love that machine. I got on that thing for 3 sets to failure. Straight failure. Right? That was my first mistake. You ever worked out your calf so hard, like doing calf raises? I got some enormous calves. So I've done this a few times where I like pump some hard, heavy sets out. And to where like for a week, you can barely walk. Well, basically I did that to my abs after not really working out besides skateboarding for like 2 years, 3 years. So that was the start. Then like the next day, I think it was the next day, I wasn't feeling the maximum soreness yet. And I'm at the Red Bull and I'm working on doing stalls, and that's the first day I get into doing the backside, my Kingpin 50-50 grind on the Red Bull. And needless to say, I didn't pull a lot of them, and I ended up on 5 feet, which is a new level, a new height. I ended up having to bail the board out on the coping, get launched in, and because I knee slide when I need to, or I hit my knees from time to time, I was trying to save my knees. So I'm trying to run out more than I try to use my knees now if I can. Well, some of those falls hard, well, when you're getting pitched to the ground hard, it was pretty intense. And, the pain was unbelievable for the next 2 weeks skateboarding. Not being able to push. I could kind of do some roll-ins to the bowl. As long as I stayed under the coping and I was able to have enough speed to roll out of the bowl, I would feel barely any pain. Kind of be okay. The stand-up grind was okay. It was only to the point where I had to bail off the board, get to my feet, and try to run downhill, or even climbing out of the bowl was pretty unbearable. I mean, I honestly felt embarrassed when I skated around other people because I'm already old, and then I'm crawling out, like literally rolling over onto my stomach like I'm getting out of bed or something. I don't need to look that old out there, but so anyway, that's kind of where I was, and I just tried to skate through it for a couple of weeks there, and then I got on Dr. Google. And on Dr. Google, boy, that gets your head spinning. That gets your head spinning. I don't even know that you should ever go there. Maybe ever. Especially if you have insurance and you're going to go to the doctor. Well, anyway, I saw the photos. I read the risk. I'm thinking, gosh, I was on the keto diet for like a year and a half. Not getting a lot of fiber. I wonder if that could do anything. They all talk diet. I should have worked out my abs more. I should have been lighter. I should get this 30 pounds I need to get off. Don't skate that hard. So that got me thinking of all kinds of things, man. I want to keep skating as hard as I have been. And if I have a weakness somewhere, I'm going to try to leave some of the words out, guys, so this video can still make me the few cents I might make on this video. But I want to still skate hard. I want to be able to come back and and know that I'm good to keep throwing it the way I've been throwing it. And so anyway, I was talking to my wife. My wife's like, you know what? Just go see. Just go see. And after a while, I started to realize, yeah, let's just go do it. Let the chips fall where they may. And she was pretty convinced. She goes, the day before, she goes, you are a beast. And she goes, I don't have any doubt that you're strong enough to handle what you did. I don't think you hurt yourself. I think you just had sore muscles. You probably had really sore muscles, and blah, blah, blah. And, I agreed with her. So I get in there to the doctor, really cool guy. They're actually a hernia specialist. And he's taking a look at me. He's having me explain what happened. He tells me that they don't always diagnose it when it is. Usually people don't know they have it, and they find it. They discover it even when the patient doesn't know. So he starts checking around. I show him what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. And he's like, nah, dude, that's the sperm duct or something like that, where it like stores up before you need to shoot it out. And I'm married. And I could feel mine more than normal, right? All you married guys can get a drift of what I'm talking about. If you've been married more than 1 year, you might relate. So anyway, it wasn't really until I started feeling that I started to wonder, and then I was like, that's when I told my wife, maybe we should just go check it out. And this is why I'm glad I did, I felt like I was okay, but yet I felt that thing. And I started thinking, man, if I'm not, and I go into a big stand-up 50-50 grind, and I come down hard, oh, dude, I don't want to make like a easy repair, like not as easy anymore. Like, oh yeah, this got a little more major. When I was a kid, I had an appendicitis in 3-4 days, something like that, of like my dad telling me it was gas. It wasn't gas. And finally I'm laying fetal on the ground, and I dropped some F-bombs at my mom and dad. Basically like, F this, F that, get the effing keys. And immediately my mom was like, that's it, we're going right now. And we jumped in the car right that minute. And they cut me open, and it burst as they were taking it out. So I understand the need to get on these things fast, but I also don't like to overreact. If it's my kids, it's another story. And that's why I don't want to crack the reserve bank for myself. Especially if it's not needed, $150, like, okay, I can deal with that kind of loss, but it's painful if it's $500 or something like that, and then, you dipped heavy into your savings, especially when you're fixing both cars. I got to get out there this weekend and try to replace the AC fans in my car, because the dang mechanic was lying to me, telling me it's going to be $1,200 to fix it. He told me the part was $600. I can buy the part for $180. It's like shady, dude. So I'm needing to become like a mechanic and a doctor and, all these other things. I wouldn't doubt that I'd set my own bone if it came to it. But, I don't know. So the verdict. Doctor's like checking me out. He's checking that inguinal spot. I guess that's where your testicles drop through when you're in utero, when you're in your mama's tummy. There's a little perforation there where some tubes that go to your sac or something have to come through. So it always stays open. And sometimes there can be some fat tissue kind of tucked in that somebody might be able to feel, and blah, blah, blah. And he checked me there, and he's like, dude, you're good. And then that's when I showed him the spot I was concerned about, and he's like, no, that's good. That's normal too. Then he started checking all these other areas, potential spots, and he's like, honestly, I don't know. You know what? Let's get into like a sit-up position. And he goes, do some crunches for me. And he started checking these spots again, and he's like, honestly, man, he goes, you are solid. I don't feel any weight. You're solid, dude. Like, I could tell most people go get like a sonogram. I think it was a CT, I don't know. Some sort of scan or some sort of checkup. And he goes, but you're solid. He goes, I think you're good, dude. He goes, he basically, you know, kind of agreed with the way I see myself, right? Hashtag beast mode. That's why I run the program I run. I feel like it's just a safer thing to do. So anyway, guys, I wanted just to tell you, I'm back! Getting ready to get crazy on it this weekend. I think I'm good to go. I might take it a little slow, maybe stay under the coping for a day or two, but we'll be back in soon. Thank you for all your support. Man, it feels super good to have a group of dudes like you guys that honestly, it felt like you guys cared about me. And man, it touches my heart, and I appreciate it. And the positive thoughts and positive vibes and prayers. Thanks, dudes. All right, man, we'll see you guys later. I got some fun projects happening. I'm going to design my own skate trucks, and I'm going to forge it myself. Yes. Yes. Sandcasting right here in Texas, America. Hell yeah.